Hello and welcome back. Okay, so we are at Thunfeste, way over here. Discovered this location last time. There's a contract here, let's take a look what it is. Greenskins. Kill marauding greenskins around Wittgenstadt. So where was that? Most likely will not be doing this, however, actually it's very close by, so let's think about this for a second. Do I want to do this? It's close by, it's 2000. It should be relatively simple and easy. Okay, sure, let's do it. Leveling a lot of people. A few of us have reached level 11 and beyond. We also suffered a major casualty last time with Hilmar perishing against an ancient Palatinus. Okay, so let's go ahead and go there. I'll also take a look from this mountain here and see nothing, okay. So I'm hoping for like Orc Young here for a nice, simple, easy fight. Let's find these bastards. These green bastards. I see their tracks. Now, what are you specifically? Oh, are you there? Orc marauders. Okay, some warriors and a few orc young. Well, basically the fight I wished for. So, do I level Anselm here? Instead of someone who's already level 11 or beyond? I don't think so. Unless I leave the banner out. I mean, that's fine. For this fight. Though they are menacing, right? If I remember correctly. Orc warriors. So... nah, let's go with this lineup. And also inspect the warriors to make sure I remember correctly. At least in Reforged. Let's take a look. Let us take a look. Yes, indeed. Menacing. Plus 10 threat. Threat is a character property that represents how intimidating or dangerous a combatant appears on the battlefield. Each point of threat increases the difficulty of morale checks made by adjacent enemies by 1. Only characters who are not fleeing apply their threat. By default, threat is 0, but it can be increased through certain perks, effects, or items. Okay, so that's a little bit different from what I remember from my last Reforged playthrough, but anyways, it is there. Only 6 enemies though, of course. Okay, I'll just go ahead and move like there, it's fine. And there. Let's deal with these green scumbags. Probably use Blitzkrieg, but let's see. So I am already faster than the warriors are, for the most part at least. So maybe we just use Hold Steady, actually. Sure, let's do that. Hold Steady. Alright, let's see here. So rotate perhaps someone, since you're so far away anyway. Let's do like Gerbold. You can... yeah, you can attack there. Okay, so if memory serves, and it should serve, you cannot knock back orc warriors. Yes. Alright. Worth checking though. Let's see here, so I don't know. Rotate someone or just move closer. Will any of you actually engage here? Maybe. So I'll wait. Let's see. Let us see about that. Indeed, that did occur. Alright, so the one next to Fahad is a priority, I think. So let us deal with that. Only 51. Well, Vilrek here is only level 4 with 54 melee skill. Okay, makes sense to me. That does make sense. This is probably fine, but let's think about it for a moment here. So Gerhard, 23 melee defense, nimble, 84 hit points, steel brow, only 6 orcs in total. So I'm doing this, of course, for the reason of inspiring presence. So I think, yeah, let's go for it. And Edelmar, just step a little bit closer. Start tickling them. And Esbig, maybe actually move over here so I can rotate Fahad out if the need arises. No, actually, let's rotate Ludger instead. Yeah, that makes more sense. Olbir here is only level 5. Let's just move like, I don't know, there. That's probably okay. Let's go for the split. Let's go for that. And might be getting stunned, so I will use the waiting trick. Same deal here, so forgo the... Didn't get stunned, but forgo the unstoppable bonus. Alright, so we didn't have Berserk for you. Yeah, we don't. But we can still attack twice. But I guess I go for this one. Okay. Just deal some damage. Probably do basically nothing else. Let's move there. Okay, so Gerhard would ideally like at least one of these warriors to be dead. That's next to him. Will that happen? Maybe. Maybe. Use Onslaught. Alrighty. Keep on killing. Okay, well there we go. One dazed warrior did get to attack, but missed his shots, so that's fine. Also, Vinrik kind of desperately needs a better mace as well as duelist to actually deal damage against opponents like this. Okay, let's finish this. Also, one thing that occurred to me, since it seems like Wear Them Down does apply with each and every attack from the three-headed flail, does that also mean that Overwhelm would? Stacks with each attack. That would be nice to know. That would be way OP. I mean, this is potentially OP as well, but if you can apply Overwhelm 3 times with a single attack, then that's insanely good. Don't usually actually use those three-headed flails, but in Reforged, all of the flails are excellent. So I wonder, I have no recollection of how it works in like Legends or Vanilla. One would imagine though that it doesn't work like I imagine it might. Nice move there, buddy. It's a bold strategy. Will it work out? It will not. Anyways, I cannot test the three-headed flail overwhelm theory on what's his face, Randolph, because of course he's level 11. There are no veteran level perks in Hardened. I would like there to be like an option at the start of the game allowing you to enable the veteran perk levels like they exist in Reforged. Anyways, this is done. Also, I suppose there was kind of new flavor text there at the end of the contract, so maybe I should have read it, but too late now. Wagenheim, I don't think I care about going there. Not at the moment. Also, yeah, this map has 0 ports. We have like 2 settlements next to a body of water. 0 ports. So definitely could have rolled far better with the map. Oh well. Anyways, I think we go back here. Let's probably go through like this area to scout a bit. We still have at least 1 settlement to discover. Okay, let's see. Overwhelming place very far from here called the Fallen Star. Okay, sure. I don't really care. We're looking to hire fighting men at Kaiboder. Let's have a drink. Anyways, so don't think I'll buy anything, but let's take a look. Yeah, okay. We leave. So let's go through here. Did I level anyone? Yes, I did. Okay, so Winrick has reached level 11, so picks up Duelist. So Mace Duelist. Guess I'll actually rename him a bit. Min rolls the melee skill. Max rolls the melee defense though. Max rolls hit points. I'm tempted by this resolve roll. And actually, yeah, the range defense as well, since I have both anticipation and parry. As a cultist, he will fix his resolve. I've said that multiple times during this playthrough, of course. I'll take the range defense here. And we'll patch up the melee skill later on, if he's still with us. Wilrake, level 5. Winrick and Wilrake. Anyways. Let's see here. So, was I? Yes, I am taking initiative. I guess I take the fatigue, defense, and initiative here, out of these options. Okay, and picks up probably Skirmisher. Yeah, let's do that. We'll see what I end up giving this guy weapon-wise. He might go with shields until he hopefully succeeds with Promised Potential. We'll see. We shall see. He has plenty of defenses without a shield, but still. It's not like he can really deal damage with that low melee skill that he has. Okay, lots of mountains, it seems. Well, let's go over them. We see there's a settlement here. Sudersande. Again, next to the water without a port. How strange. Okay, is this a One Skull Witch contract? It seems to be. Even a One Skull Hex contract can be painful though, with enough bad luck. I suppose I'll probably take it, but let's think about it for a second here. So a lot of things can go wrong, but yeah, it's only a One Skull. I should give people these wooden sticks again, though. We of course have Winrick's stuns. We do not have the whip anymore. We have Adelmar's crossbow to maybe snipe the Hex. Also, apparently Hardened was bugged in so that Hex and Ancient Priest, their supernatural abilities were irresistible, but now supposedly it has been fixed. So we actually have a chance of resisting the charm. Anyways, let's take this, I guess. We'll see if I end up regretting it, but yeah, let's use these wooden sticks. Stun each other or the Hex. I would imagine there's probably only one. We'll see though. You may have one, you may have one. You may have one. And you already kind of have one, you may have one. Alright, so yeah, we have heavy weapons equipped, so that's potentially rather dangerous for us. Of course, I guess I spread out a bit with the heaviest of the weapons. Also, do I still have... No, I don't. Maybe I should have even more of those wooden sticks for the backline. Olvir has a stun potential, though. Also, maybe this ball mace should be equipped by someone like Vander, maybe. Yeah, I'll do that. So we have the stun option, at least. But yeah, it's going to hurt a lot if someone gets charmed, but I don't want to switch into weapons that hurt less. We also need to deal with whatever else there is here. Because we don't know beforehand what we face. It's only a one skull though. I don't know. Alright. I'll just take it. So let's camp here. Esvik comes up to you. He's ogling his ear with a pinky.
Hey there, Captain. You seen any of them saucy broads yet?
Hearing this, Gerbold comes over. He leans in.
Hey, the way I hear it from them hexes are quite the lookers, but that's how they get ya. They fool ya with their charms and then eat your very soul.
Laughing, Esvik wipes the wax on Gerbold's gob. Oh yeah, the ear wax.
They'll have to go through Cargo to get my soul then, 'cause another woman done beat them to the punch.
Okay. Alright. Well, we got that out of this at least. A woman is spotted approaching the company. The sellswords are ensorcelled by her beauty, but you know better. You draw your sword and clang it loud enough to draw the ire of this supposed lady. She sneers and her lips snap back with a grin that goes from nearly ear to ear. Her skin tightens until it creases and turns a pale grey. She laughs and laughs as her hair falls out. The witch points a finger at you.
Ah, I smell your ancestry, sellsword. But it matters not where you come from. The pact must be paid by the firstborn's blood, and anyone who stands in our way will bleed in kind.
The company falls into formation and you tell Henrik to keep his head down. Alright, okay, this is... yeah, one skull, okay. An Unhold and potentially 3 Hexen and some raiders. Okay. Well, pain is coming our way. Pain is coming our way. We do have the tactician abilities as well though, so maybe it's fine. 67 resolve for Ludger. So I suppose we move closer and wait. That one has resilient. So if I move closer, of course, they might target him with their charms, and with this resolve he has a chance to resist, and if he doesn't resist, then we get at least one turn of nothing happening, nothing bad happening out of being charmed. So, sure, let's also take a look at the battlefield as we go. Okay, well, at least it's only 2 Hex instead of, well, Hexen instead of 3. 3 would be very nasty. Let's move the full amount there. Going for Fahad, who resists. Okay. And this time doesn't. But he can only attack once instead of twice, since we aren't your allies anymore. Alright, we have a chance here, though of course he's next to our crossbow. So maybe try to stun him. So I can move the crossbow. Though I have the rotation. Okay, we probably rotate and try to snipe one of them. We use the Blitzkrieg ability as well. That's pretty obvious. Might skip the rolling death this time. Potentially. Let's move a bit and... Actually, I could move the full amount if I'd like. Keep the initiative going. Not sure if it matters in this instance, especially when I'm using the Blitzkrieg. Don't want to get, like, annihilated by the bog unhold either. Goes without saying, I suppose. Let's move there. Alright, and like I said, let's use the Blitzkrieg, but from where? Like here, maybe? Also, let's take a look. 81 initiative, 77 initiative. Also, this raider can reach this high ground, but I can prevent that from happening. Though, let's think about this for a moment. So I have one rotation, right? So if I rotate someone like Gerbold, who moves the maximum amount, he can get here, which means with the Blitzkrieg, if none of these enemies are in the way, I can annihilate one hex. That might be better than rotating Adelma, maybe. No, I have two rotations. Okay, well that's good. My memory failed me, but my perceptiveness saves the day, I suppose. Alright, let's use the Blitzkrieg from here. Right, and Gerbold, let's move 0 tiles for now, or actually, yeah, it's possible that one of these raiders prevents me from doing what I plan here. If I move here, yeah, that should be... Actually, that's too far, right? This is an enticing spot for a raider, sadly. Okay, I wait. Let's see. Strike misses Adelma, chance 40. Why was it so low? Is it because of the crowded penalty? Maybe. He has 3 melee defense. I am semi-confused. Why is it so low? And also, yeah. Oh, god damn it. I'm not rotating Gerbold with Esvik. I'm doing it with Vander. Okay, so, yeah. Anyway. You wait. So I could take this high ground now to prevent a raider from taking it. That might be worthwhile. It is my banner, though. Well, I have a couple of rotations, as we know. So I should be able to save him if somehow he gets in trouble. Maybe the Unhold will cause some havoc. Wreak some havoc. Okay, you do the rotation there. And move there. Unhold is going on this flank. Okay. You rotate here. And then you're next to Fahad. So we'll think about whether I want to try to move. He had a very low chance of trying to hit Adelma. And Esvik actually has some defenses. So it might be worthwhile trying to move here. I do want him doing things on the battlefield instead of standing next to Fahad, smelling his farts. His charmed farts. Okay, so chance 10 only. Okay, sure. So yeah, I suppose I do go for the stun here. Despite his low chances of hitting, that at least frees up Winric to go for something else. Though he can probably walk away, as the others did, but yeah. We fail anyway, that's fine. Intercepted there, intercepted here. Alright, well that means I cannot use the crossbow. Yet. I can use it next round though, since we have the Blitzkrieg. Unless I can walk there and do the stun, I might be able to do so. I think I will try that. However, with the Blitzkrieg, I can stun one of the Hexen if I can walk through all of this. That might happen. It might. You also have the Unhold, of course, to worry about. So it might go for someone like Olvir, which might spell doom for him. But yeah, I have the 2 rotations to hopefully be able to save him if that occurs. So what is more likely? That I can reach Adelmar, stun this guy, and then Adelmar can actually do things with the crossbow, or I can reach the Hexen to dodge this guy twice to do so. I think it's probably better to try to go for this. Let's see. Will Fahad let us pass? It seems he will. Alright, stun 76. That failed though, okay. Sun, disappoint. Alright, we'll wreck here. Knockback, I guess. He has nothing else to do. That's also a stagger, so I guess the stagger is actually better than the knockback itself. Anyway. Move like here. And Gerbold hopefully finishes this one off immediately. Adelmar can do nothing. I could use a dog. Using a dog is a huge risk though in these fights, so probably not. If I had footwork or rotation available, I would have taken one of those, I think. Anyways, and Ludger gets next to them, probably. Does he? Maybe moves like here. Yeah, maybe that's better. So I don't block Adelmar. Can I rotate him out of trouble though? Acts in 5, acts in 7. It seems I can. Okay, yeah, let's move there. But I will once again wait instead of just attacking. Now I'll activate Whirling Death. Which means I don't get to attack, but oh well. So don't think there's any point in commanding, especially when we have the Blitzkrieg effect. How about just attack and move one tile? Yeah, seems good to me. Alright. Just attack, I guess. Attack and move away. Gets a semi-lucky hit in. Okay, so now I could back off. And I can always come back, since this is a 5 AP weapon. Let's move like there. Yes, big, probably just attack. Can anyone else finish this guy? Winrick maybe. I'm not going for the stuns anymore. Yeah, just attack. Let's get rid of him. Goodbye. Now I could rotate with you actually, and I suppose I will. Alright, is there a point in rotating at all with you? I guess there is. Take the high ground as well. Yes, that should be good. That should be good. Yeah, I could go for the stun again. I guess I will. And I miss again. That's too bad. Step back. Okay, Adelmar, 12 action points. Go for this one. 80% miss. Sun, disappoint. So I have these two as well. I could switch into one of them for free. However, I could also just reload. I think I will. Okay. He hits it. Needs one more hit. Now we switch. There we go. There we go, and I can still switch. We cannot fire though. I am out of AP. Alright, well, that was good though. And there we are. Maybe the one skull rating was actually accurate. Despite there being also an unhold here. Speaking of unhold, we'll see what he wants to do. What will you do, unhold? Nothing. Nothing is good to me. Let's not use a dog. Alright, just attack. So, yeah, battering ram is what unholds have for immunity to being stunned instead of their inherent unholdness, it seems. Anyways. Okay, use this, use that. Good fire, I'm not going to, because, yep. Why were you not knocked away? What? Has the sweeping strike been changed, or what happened? Will knock back targets who are not immune to being knocked back or being rooted. So why was he not knocked back? Surely he's not immune. It's Winrick. Yeah, Winrick was also not knocked back. Is this a bugged? Bugged unhold? Sweeping strike hits for hard. Why were you not knocked? Oh, yeah, okay, now I'm just being slow. Yeah, it's the holding steady effect. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I do be confused. For no reason. Can I use this? Yes, I can. Oh, I could have attacked twice there, but I autopilot ended the turn. Oopsie daisy. It won't matter though, since this one will be dead in there. Alright, there we go. Got a little bit messy there in the end, but overall went pretty well. You return Henrik to Ulrich the Merchant. The townsman and firstborn embrace like the telling of two separate dreams of identical circumstance, slowly coming together despite the appeals of reality. Finally they hug and clench one another and pause to stare at one another to be sure it's all real. You tell Ulrich the Merchant that every witch is dead, but he should keep the tale to himself. He nods.
Spirits feed on hubris. I know that much. And I shall take this story to the grave. I thank you for what you've done today, Sellsword. I thank you to such lengths you could not possibly know. I've but one way to express my appreciation.
Gold! There we go. So let's see, how damaged did we get? Fahad is pretty damaged. Also, yes, I should re-equip the things that I had. So let's see here, who had... Yeah, you had that. So have a dagger instead. You have that. Have a bandage instead. Same to you. Also, at some point I've picked up a smoke pot. Currently not using it though. You can have a dagger. And that's probably all of the changes. Okay. So let's let Fahad sit out for a while. Let's continue exploring. Actually, let's go this way. Can we perhaps find like a nomad camp that we can do? Be nice. Well, I did. It's a very easy one though. Okay. Well, we'll deal with it. We will deal with you. Alright, so yeah, essentially a leveling fight. Let's go with this lineup though. I only have, of course, Fahad in the reserves, apart from these sacrifices here. Also, yeah, it's kind of a bummer with the way Hardened deals with resigning people if you're playing this specific origin, because this stupid indebted keep getting levels and I can't dismiss them without paying them for reparations. However, they are indebted, so I'm not sure if actually it matters if I pay them reparations. Will the others care? It's a little bit... I should maybe look that up. Anyways, we hope to get the sacrifice event soon, yeah? Though, actually, do we? There's a tavern at Fonfeste, so sure. Also, I have cocaine ingredients apart from the necromancer... Not necromancer, necrosavant parts. Haven't even seen one yet. But maybe I should be glad I haven't. In a way. But yeah, let's just kill. Kill enemies instead of talking. Alright, engage on this flank, I suppose. Also, I should have rearranged the composition there. So that Ludger here would be on the flank. Maybe it's not a big deal, but it's a deal. Use that. Not a pole mace in this fight. Use that. And I'll go ahead and use Blitzkrieg straight away. Are you within range? I believe you are not. I can take this spot though. Yeah, I can. Doesn't really matter if I take it or not. Safety-wise, I mean. Let's do this. And you wait for the pole mace, I guess. Rotation might be better than attacking here, maybe. Though maybe it doesn't really do anything. I'll wait and decide. Anselm, just attack, I guess, but we can attack maybe a better target. Oh, that's an obstacle there. Oh, he elected to stay put. Well, that's your choice, your body, your choice. Well, in that case, maybe I use take aim to shoot this guy. Also, no, actually I can't move there. 42 only. Go for it anyway. Gets it. And rotation seems to be unnecessary. So do that. You do that and move like here. And then we have Winrich. Let's step like here. You wait. So do that, and then just do this. Use this. Not benefiting a lot from that blitzkrieg, I suppose. Rotate closer. Hold steady. Yeah, we're mostly not even benefiting from it. Oh well. Reloading is 5. There's no point in switching, is there? No, there is, because it's free. Yeah, it's free for free once. Sure. Okay, might get pocket sand. I'll just accept that. Plenty of pocket sand. No pocket sand there, though. $25 only. Well, let's go for this one. This one will be dead, likely, so I don't really need to move. Also, yeah, he has good defenses, so getting hit by the pole mace is unlikely. Also, why can you not hit over this? This boulder is so small, it shouldn't be blocking sight, but it is. Okay. Doesn't make a huge difference. So, double check, who the hell are you? Can I trust in you to survive on this flank? I guess I can. Since this fight is so easy. I don't know, rotate here. And do I go for a stun instead of damage? Actually, yes. I wonder how an entire lineup of two-handed flails would fare in Hardened. Of course, it wouldn't be completely optimal, but I think they'd do pretty well. Okay, so let's see. Will an archer get away? It's not even a big deal if they do. Seems like they won't. Okay. Needed to sneeze there, so I muted the mic. Anyways, we get a couple of these three-headed flails. Currently not using them, though. Inventory's filling up. Let's go find this last southern city-state and hope there's like ambush trade routes. Grotto of the Wild Men. Many Orc Berserkers. We also see nomads there. 11 to 15. Okay, that's potentially even a bit of a danger. I might actually leave that place so that I have that readily available for when I pick up the Orc Ambition. I think I will. Minor consideration also is that the inventory is kind of full. The same, well, not the same, but I'll leave the nomads be as well, they're too far away. We are also on the Goblin Ambition, so at some point I should head west, because we know that's where Goblin territory lies. Alright, we're at the edge of the map, following the road. And it won't matter if there is a port, perhaps, in this place, because no other place has one. There is a port. How silly. Oh, never mind. There are 3 cities with, well, settlements with ports. How did I... What? Eisenstadt. What the... I don't see a port. Has that been... What the hell? What's going on? Has Hardened actually changed how this works? Because there's a harbor here. But there is no harbor visually at any of these locations. Have I just missed it on the city screens? Well, I guess I'm glad that that is there. Anyways, they do have ambush trade routes. Take a look at the recruiting list. No cultists. There is a cripple though. Which will be a pass. Does have 2 stars in melee skill. Starts at nearly the min roll though. And also min roll hit points, etc, etc. See ya. Anyways, see about the selling price. It's probably going to be okay, but not fantastic. 19. Well, that's I guess slightly better than I expected. I have plenty of gossamer. I sold some earlier off screen. Well, on my own time. You know what I mean. But I might decide to sell some more here. Also, these heavy metal shields, I guess I won't be using, so goodbye. In Legends, I might hold on to those to salvage them for tools, but of course this is not Legends. I'll keep maybe like 1 Sipar shield, since no one currently is using shields. Yeah. We also have a famed hulking board, so let's see. 2520. It's the range defense plus 5. What is the other enhanced value? Just the durability plus 10. This is a horrible roll here for this shield. Well, it's still technically better. Let's sell 1 of those. Alright. How many jacket bikes do I need? Probably not that many, but if I fight Alps, or even maybe lindworms, they will be okay. So I'll keep like a couple, maybe sell 1. Anyways, let's sell things. I don't need these leather scale armors. I'll sell at least 1 of them. Sell all of these hats. Don't need that. Don't need these. Don't need that. Don't need that. So yeah, I should equip these on the Indebted again. Okay, sell one of these jacket bikes. Sell the orc weapons, and we are soon to be done. I guess I sell the crypt cleaver since I have this ancient war cleaver instead. Sell one of those at this point, I guess. Inventory is still kind of full. Sell one of these, and sell one of these. And sell that. Okay. I forget what you use these mysterious herbs for. I guess I'll still keep it though. Sell some gossamer, but let's also keep some. Let's also buy these tools. Not tools. Nets. Not sure why my brain went to tools. Anyways. So we have 21,000 again. What is this? Hunt down what kills people. Okay, I forget. Can that be Ifrits? Cruel beasts as well. Eternal fires and found guidance to seek a crownling. Okay, so 2 beast contracts. One of them is Ifrits. It's probably the 3 skull one. Ifrits. I can do that, but it might be horribly painful. Plenty of injuries for essentially very little reward. However, if it's the 1 skull one, then it will be like, okay. I think I'll do the 1 skull one and let's see what it is. Since I didn't actually pay attention to what the 3 skull contract said there. Okay, this is nachos. That's, yeah, that's easy. And also it's right next to us, so that's also good. Okay, so I could have Fahad in instead of someone who's already high level. So you should be in the back line. I suppose Adelmar's next level isn't even that impactful. Let's bring Fahad instead. Is it just small ones? That's... well, it's a 1 skull, so I guess fine. Also, I once again forgot. Actually move. Once again forgot to move Gerbold. I'll not even bother with the Whirling Death. We'll use the... whatchamacallit. Blitzkrieg straight away from here. You do a rotation there. Okay. Even Fahad can go into the front line, it's fine. And some... yeah, even you might be able to go to the front line without it being a problem, but however, let's like hold back there. Go there. Do that. Okay, a few of them might get to feed since I'm playing this quickly, but that's fine. If it happens. Might not happen. Oh, you were still fighting? Well, it doesn't matter. Alright. There we go. This one might still decide to fight. Let's just get next to it. Nice leveling fight for us. For hard levels. Alright, level 9. I'll take the max roll melee defense, I'll take the +2 melee skill, and I will take +3 hit points. Perk-wise though, I have nothing planned here. I have some things marked in blue. Yeah, I don't think I'll take any of these tactician perks. If we get so unlucky that our tactician Helmer doesn't convert, or dies, or decides to leave, then we'll try to find another one. So I'll just get rid of these here. Backup plan might actually be okay though. I don't think I care about Dodge and Skirmisher for him. Don't have quick hands. Could maybe do some utility things if I had that. So yeah, Headhunter is an option. Fresh and Furious I haven't taken on anyone. So I think this Fresh and Furious perk might work best with like a heavy 6 AP weapon. I mean, this is a heavy 6 AP weapon, but it's a polearm, so it benefits from leverage already. Which specifically is the first attack each turn. And this is the first attack, I believe, each battle until you use Recover. So it kind of doesn't have synergy. Though, if you're next to one ally specifically, then your first attack should cost 0 AP. Which, in some situations, of course, that's quite good. Well, I guess in all situations that's quite good, but I don't know. Is it worth it? Because it becomes disabled. So let's think about this. So if it costs 0 AP, you have 9 AP left. You can still attack once with a guy like this who doesn't have Berserk. If you're inspired as well, you can attack twice. Doesn't really sound that good, since I pretty often can attack twice anyway. Crippling Strikes is a thing, I guess. He also has Footwork. I could take that maybe, for safety. Dynamic Duo is an option. Exude Confidence, maybe. Hilmar had that, the polearmer who died. However, he was also determined for automatic confidence. So what am I taking here? I wish I just had like Berserk available, but I don't. For safety reasons I could take Battleforged and maybe like Brawny to go along with it. Maybe like Footwork does the same thing already though. So that requires fatigue to use, of course. No Executioner available. Exploit opening, nah. Brawny currently does little. So Dynamic Duo does come with the rotation shuffle. 0 AP, 0 fatigue. I don't want to position people in a way that they benefit from this though. The plus 20 resolve and initiative. While your partner and you are adjacent to each other and there are no other members of your company adjacent to you or your partner. I just think that's... I tried this, I think, in my first Reforged playthrough and it didn't really pan out. They just died. I still remember that kind of. But the free rotation is quite nice. Quite nice indeed. So if I were to take that, who would be my partner? Who would be Fahad's partner? Maybe like Gerbold. Also, now that I remember, let's put you there. Maybe even do it like this, maybe? So free rotation. I mean, this guy also has Pathfinder. It would mostly be just an offensive rotation for my partner, I think, since I can't really rely on Fahad being safe in melee range. And also, yeah, he does have elusive, however, he already has Pathfinder, so this is pointless, mostly. Doesn't stack with Pathfinder. I don't care about after moving 2 tiles become immune to rooted effects. Fast adaptation is there? Maybe? 85. I mean, that might actually be perhaps better than not Headhunter. Well, Headhunter I haven't discussed yet. I guess I could go with that. But, what's it called? Fresh and Furious, yeah. Damage-wise, it's weird, but when it's specifically polearms, that's my hypothesis at least, that it won't really work. Unless you have Berserk as well. Yeah, I don't know. How about that Headhunter, though? Not that many enemies have Steel Brow in Hardened. Well, in Reforged. At least if you compare to Legends. Guess I probably go with Headhunter, actually. Out of these options. What is going to be my level 11 perk? Oh, I still get 2 perks as well. I don't know. I don't know. Is there any point in taking a tactician ability, even if I have another one? Not sure. You can only use them once per battle. Also, has Blitzkrieg been changed that you can use this in every battle? Instead of... Yes, in every battle. The last time I played Reforged, I believe this had like a 24-hour cooldown. Anyway. He also has Indomitable. That's a strange pick though. For someone using polearms with 21 melee defense. Anyway, I don't know. Let's go with Headhunter. Hunt the heads. I'll actually mark Battleforged in blue. Might pick that up since it seems you can combine the armor perks in Hardened, which wasn't a thing as far as I remember in Vanilla Reforged. Anyway, so yeah, this is likely... It just says hunt down what kills people. I don't remember if it has to say specifically hunt down Ifrits. It probably doesn't need to say that. The 3 skull Ifrits, potentially. If it's like serpents or hyenas, then I'm not that afraid. But Ifrits I might be afraid of still. They hurt a ton. I don't have anyone with shields. Range defense is pretty good there, and I have like 1 person with that. think I don't take that contract. So in that case we leave. Okay, needed to clear my throat there. Anyways, let's sail somewhere. So probably like Kaiwater. That was available, right? And I need to... yeah, it's available. Okay, I believe that's probably a change that Hardened has made. That's a good change, definitely. It's very silly if there's a settlement right next to the water, like 1 centimeter away, and doesn't get a port. Like, we see no port here, but it seems to have one anyway. Okay, let us sell there. Yeah, okay, I can sell there, but there's no port here. Well, here we are. I guess it makes some logical sense that you can do that. It's still annoying that I can't sell anywhere else, though. Anyways, there's hunt down what terrorizes, and there's a secure abandoned graveyard here. Can I take on elite bandits at this point? Probably not, since half of the lineup is now pretty low level still. Well, maybe like 30%, something like that. Also, how many nets do I have? And also, yes, you guys have your sticks back. Did you guys sell any nets? You don't. So I like the money and the XP. This is pretty quick to do, so sure. It's far more useful to kill, like, hyenas, but these settlements don't spawn hyenas. Also, these aren't even direwolves, they're actually bandits. You stumble upon a man removing a wolf head off his shoulders. He glances at you, the disguise still in hand, then quickly puts it back on. You draw your sword. It's a little late to be playing pretend. Yeah, but the wolf head is also the helmet, so yeah, makes sense. The slash of your weapon knocks the man's mask off, and he stumbles backward. Before you can run him through, he takes off, sprinting toward a collection of similarly skulking fellows. They draw their weapons at the very sight of you. Whatever reason these idiots were playing dress-up, it doesn't matter now. Okay, so raiders. And they should come with, yeah, these armors. Do I care about those armors at this point? Maybe a few of them. 165 for this one. Okay. So maybe dagger a few of them. All of them except 1, 2, 3 have shields. Interesting. Also, do you guys have throwing weapons? Throwing spears for a few of them. Anyways, just move there. Move there and end there. Alright, and you just move like here. We'll once again use the Blitzkrieg straight away from here. Oh, don't be backing off. Don't be backing off. God damn it, guys. I should have brought the crossbow because I have 0 ranged, and now they think that they have range superiority, which means the Blitzkrieg is wasted. God damn it. Walk up to me. You sons of bitches. Nice rotation. Yeah, they're not coming forward. Okay, well, that sucks. I suppose I was too quick. Well, in that case, In that case... This might actually be a little bit tricky because of that. Especially since I wasted my Blitzkrieg. Alright. So we'll engage somewhere. Can do a hit and run here. Sure. Same with this, I guess. With the rich weapons. And same with this. And not with this guy though. Just move like here. No, let's move like there actually. I think I straight away engage here, that triggers them. Though, actually, when I'm... No, actually, yeah. Since I'm doing this already, I guess we'll just rely on that. Pissing them off enough that they want to step away from their fortified positions. So, yeah, let's attack this one. And walk away. Just walk away. That's a very bad reference to a very good movie. Anyways. Yeah, do that. He laughs. So yeah, maybe this guy would be nice to dagger. Not sure if we'll have the luxury here. And maybe like this one. Well, we'll see who's left standing, I guess. I'll do a rotation there. So yeah, if I want this armor, we rely on headshots or daggering, which means I don't attack with Gerhard. Okay, not sure if the allergies are picking up, but I needed to do things again. Anyways, is this armor good? I don't care. Just die. A lot of them have access, so that's actually a potential disarm, but let's not abuse the waiting trick here. I can't be arsed. I cannot be arsed. Anyway, Anselm, let's take a look here. Yeah, Polar Master. Well, so-called Master. So 48. I guess I just attack this guy. And let's get your dagger out now. Why? Nah, let's hold off on that. Mayhaps use the dog. So I'll wait with you. Okay, so yeah, this is the daggering target. I'm not even sure I'll use that armor, but I'll still, I suppose, go for it. Alright, so let's see. Did I use everything? Yes. Not onslaught though. Okay. So I'll recover. This guy, just kill him. And also, yeah, probably want to dagger this one as well, so let us not dagger him. And the other way around, let's not dog him. I don't know what the hell I'm saying here anymore, it seems. I had forgotten I gave Executioner to Randolph, but there we go. So let's execute. Disarmed. There we go. Gerhard and Wilrek level up. And we get 3 of these armors. And other things. You'll need evidence to show your employer, Battle of Kaiwater. These weren't the beasts you were looking for, but they do carry a lot of disguises that your employer would probably be most interested in seeing. One of the men wonders aloud.
So what were they playing dress up for?
Elmer folds some of the disguises over his arm as he goes about collecting them. Suicide by ceremony? Their dance and fun got our attention after all. He picks up one of the disguises only for the head of the dead to get slinged up with it. The sellsword laughs as he kicks the dead man's head out. Adolf of Kaivader reels in laughter at your reveal.
Men? It was only men?
You nod, but try and get the man back on track. They killed a lot of peasants, and they were still a dangerous lot. Your employer nods.
Of course, of course. I didn't mean to belittle anything or anyone. Don't dare assume things of me, sellsword. Those are my friends and neighbors dying out there. Anyway, you did what I asked of you, and for that I am very grateful.
He hands over a satchel of crowns. The man hollers out to you.
Surely you understand trying to find humor in this horrible world, right? Because it is I who went to the funerals of all those slain. I will not go into the grave with a frown on my face, no matter how hard this damned place tries to force it on me.
Beast, men, what matters is the crowns. Alright, so do I care about the abandoned graveyard? I don't seem to currently see it. I think I probably skipped that one. Though I could get some amber shards for cheap afterwards. And it's once again pretty easy experience. Speaking of experience, let's level up. So Will Wreck level 6. Melee defense, initiative, and I suppose once again fatigue. Okay. So, guess I go with rotation actually. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll work out what to do with this guy if he succeeds with Promise Potential. Gerhard level 12. Right, I will take melee defense, resolve, and fatigue. Sure, I'll do this. Let's do your graveyard. It's over there. Well, let's head through cargo. And just keep on moving. So, yeah, this should be easy no matter what we face. Probably leave Adelmar out of this. It is the night time as well, so whatever. Is it nachos again? It is nachos again. $19. Okay, so I don't see if there's any bigger ones. That one might be. I think I just hold still. Activate that. And that. Don't care about these abilities yet, so don't. If I had more vigilance in the team, then holding still like this would be far better. Many of them are waiting. Okay, here I'll just do a rotation instead of the other option. A mid-sized one. Now let's go ahead and use the Blitzkrieg from here. Don't bother killing that one. Let's instead step here. Okay, that's maybe one bridge too far, but it should be fine. So it sucks that it's Randolph that I made that move with. I guess I can use someone else as well over there. Let's see. So Winrick. Where's Winrick? Like there. So yeah, Randolph might take some damage because his defenses aren't the best. Now 36 is like okay. Some of them will go around him, I guess. Step back. Immediately hit. And also, yes, I can't rely on the parry because those aren't weapon attacks. So we'll get hit a lot in these fights. On anyone who relies mostly on parry. That corpse has been taken. But I'm also using adrenaline, so it doesn't really matter. And also, I can just deal with it immediately. Step there. Okay. How many instances of this do I have now? Let's see. Brace for impact. 50% less hit point damage. Okay, I see a build. I see a build with the right guy. So let's take a look here. If I had Nimble, Brace for impact, and let's take a look. Someone has it. Vanquisher. Now that would be a build. Yeah, with the gain ground. You also need to deal damage though. But yeah, with a big heavy weapon, that should be something you can do. Does of course require a very specific type of bro for that to be possible. Anyway. These are all fleeing. You wait. Step there and wait. Hold steady. Oh, turned on. Well, whatever. People act before they do, right? Barely. Why does this keep disappearing now? Like all the time? Strange. Okay. Olvir and Esbik have leveled. We can once again craft some nacho necklaces. Where did we have... well, over here we have a taxidermist. Let's go through this area, though there's probably nothing there. Gerhardt brings you to a crack in the side of a Kalish berm. You can see something glinting in the dark, whatever it is. It is earthen. Its earthen hold would be hard going to dig through. The sellsword nods.
I know it's in there good and solid, but I reckon that's something worth fetching. What you think?
Any of you tiny enough to fit into that hole? The ever-tiny Helmer walks up to the crack in the berm and stares into it. He turns round like a top.
Now, I ain't one to assume, but I've the sense of being slighted here.
Well, anyway, he climbs in and we get some ancient garbage. Good work, I guess. There we go. Buy the amber. Also, I need food, so let's actually buy the expensive food as well. At least some of it. Also, I'll take a quick look at the options here. At Hardened specifically, because I have noticed that there is... in events, if there's multiple options, there is... if you use the keyboard, you can now choose the option that you select. And if you use it also to control the speed at the world map, there's a chance that you misclick, so to speak. I don't see that as an option though. It's nice to have it, but it's also something you can screw up. It might be from something else as well. Maybe. I'll take a look here. Surely nothing here. This is just key points. Okay, whatever. Well, I'll just try to be careful. Probably do nothing here. The levels, Oliver, level 6. Plus 3 melee skill, plus 4 hit points, plus 2 melee defense. Picks up Bone Breaker. So for now, we'll just run this guy as a pole mace. And after he hopefully succeeds, then we'll see. We shall see. Esbig, level 13. More melee and more hit points. Okay. So now let's go back to cargo. One skull something. This is brigand. I know. Just know. 3 skull. Hunt scrats and lintworms. No. There's some promised potential characters here. We are getting the sacrifice event any day now, though. I'll still see. Just cheap enough. Are any of you worthy of Davkul? Davkul's worm. Worm. Well, I guess worm also works. Embrace. This guy is not. Though, I don't know. If you kept him for level 11, I mean, he's almost useless until then, but then he might be like okay. And also he is a drunk, so he's getting penalized. But I'll still let him go. 3-star fatigue, 3-star initiative though. Next up. 2-star melee defense, 3-star resolve. Probably no. He does have underdog. And yeah, underdog is from the same tree as finesse though. And he does have indom. No shield perks. No stars in hit points, no stars in fatigue. So has some merit. Eventually, maybe. But I think this is not quite good enough. We can do better. Okay, then we have a drunk again. 2-star melee defense, 3-star range defense. With anticipation and parry. 1-star initiative. So what would I do with this guy? He has rotation and pathfinder. He could like rotate people and have some defenses. He cannot deal damage. He does have fast adaptation though. Has overwhelm with the star in initiative. So yeah, despite anticipation and parry both working with range defense, once you're engaged in melee, the anticipation becomes far worse because your range defense value is lowered by parry. Let's take a look here at the rolls and what he's projected to reach. So melee defense is okay, especially after realized potential, maybe. Same is true for the range defense, of course. Hit points did max roll, he has no stars. That might not matter. Fatigue is nearly max rolled. Initiative max rolled. He rolled pretty well overall. I would prefer it if he were not a drunkard though. If I keep him around, I absolutely need to equip the Ancient War Cleaver and any other valuable items that I don't want lost on someone. But the thing is, what will this guy do in the long term? I guess he can roll something with the realized potential. Shields, maybe. So he'd be a somewhat tanky. Well, then again, if he goes shields, he can't make use of parry. Strange. A little bit strange. So yeah, the only utility I really see is rotating people in and out. And have some sturdiness eventually. So I think I'll let this guy go. There is also the Overwhelm. Overwhelm Spears. And the rotation. I don't know. I'll just get rid of him. He's not like quite good enough to potentially spend a conversion charge for, I think. Anyways, what's the selling price here? It's 15. I'll sell a few things. At least this junk. The junk can go. But we can probably do better for the rest of the items, though the inventory is filling up again. I do have enough money, however, for this. But I won't get that, not yet. I think what we do is head to the hub and get rid of these crafting items. Well, mostly the nacho items. And ideally also be able to sell some things. Also, yeah, I didn't actually see if anyone can, yeah, use these, benefit from them. So I guess that is the case. So let's make a few changes here. If indeed I can speak. So let's make those changes. Is anyone using one of these or similar? The answer seems to be no, as far as I can see. Well, let's take a look. 17, I guess this is worthwhile. For a little bit more stamina penalty. Okay, so yeah, like I said, let's go to the hub. Let's go dispatch of land. Well, actually, let's go to Splitterberg first. Might be that I find something to buy there with this money. There is a weaponsmith as well as an armorer. Hoping for a nice two-handed flail, let's say that. Of course, it's dusk. Okay, since there's no benefit to camping, I'll run around a little bit. Maybe we see something. Probably not, but... Anyway. And predictably we see nothing, so let's head on back. Weaponsmith has no famed items. There's a famed helmet. It's okay. I won't spend 21,000 on it. That's silly. Also, we only have one Battleforged person, and this is close enough to that anyway. So whatever, you can keep that. Keep it. And no recruits that I care about. Let's get tools, though, as well as grains. Okay, and now that we're here, let's actually go to Hardened first, instead of the other place. Also, there's this place. Field of Bones. So we are probably okay against an easier undead, well, skeleton location. Though we obviously still have these level 6s and level 6s it seems, and level 7. So it's not like we are doing perfectly. But yeah, this should be semi-easy. Okay, let's go take a look at least. How's the inventory? Yeah, I can fit like one camp's loot. Somewhat. So yeah, I'm on this goblin ambition, so I don't see any goblin camps. But there's some around here, so I should probably go and deal with that. Also, I see greenskin tracks there. Field of Bones. There's a priest. Okay, this is actually pretty tough. Ancient legionaries several. Few honor guards. Priest. Few palatini. A few praetorians. Ancient praetorians. And an ancient legatus. Can I reliably do this with this team at the moment? I do have the tactician abilities. I do have the flails. Other than that, I don't know. This seems actually pretty tough. Pretty damn tough at the moment. Maybe I should skip. Yeah, it's pretty damn tough. I think I passed. The Ancient Dead are very, very dangerous in both Reforged and Hardened. Let's see what this greenskin group is, though. Well, it's goblins. Okay, let's kill some goblins. Let's bring in the crossbow instead of someone. Who will I leave out? Kind of leaning towards the banner. We need the banner here. Also, you're nimble, but only 71 hit points. Okay. Let's see if I can put someone into the front line without it being a big deal. Probably not. Probably shouldn't. Okay. Let's go kill some goblins. I think especially since I had this bad experience losing Hilmar and Erwin against... Well, it was tougher than this, but honestly probably not that much tougher. Then I should be very mindful, very careful for a bit. Especially if it's against those skeletons. Let's see how this goes. Going for Gerbold. Gerbold is nicely armored though, so even if they hit, it shouldn't be that bad at this point. tickles so far. Okay, please stop though. Alright, so this is a rotation for someone. I don't really know whom to rotate, maybe like Fahad. So let's do so. Alright, so we'll use the Blitzkrieg. Somewhat predictably straight away. I wonder should I charge in straight away or wait first. I guess I charge in straight away. Over here. Also yes, the Shaman. Well, if I mean he's probably using the well, let's take a look. He's probably using the root ability instead of the swarm of insects. So how long does this last? 3 turns. Okay, well, if you're gonna use it on Ludger, then go ahead. Have fun. Okay, using that there. Let's use the backline to free people. Airbolt charges in. Will get netted though if I get carried away. I guess that's just bound to happen on someone. Use the... yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, just do that. He's probably getting netted. Blitzkrieg! Right, can I attack twice if I rotate here? Rotate Fahad. So it's 4. And then the next one is 6, so no. Unless I also move here. Which I can do. So actually I can attack... well, actually, yeah, you're... never mind. It's 3 for the first attack. 3 allies are next to him. So I should be able to attack twice on this one specifically. Well, there's no one else in range. Anyway, can I get this skirmisher with the net? The net would be nice to get. And also, of course, if the net is gone, then it cannot be used against us. But yeah, not enough damage. Not by a long shot. Nimble with 9 lives. And we have the Blitzkrieg. Sure. Yeah, it's 3 AP for the first one. Yeah, this is the reason why Fresh and Furious doesn't seem to work that well, I think, with pole arms. Since I can attack twice anyway. A free ally here. Guess going up against the Wolf Rider is not like that bad. He does get to attack me for free, so to speak, but it should be fine. And 26. If I use Passing Step, I think I checked this at some point in my last Reforged playthrough, but if I use it here, does the Spear Wall trigger? I think it does. Now's a good time to find out though, again. It doesn't. It doesn't trigger. Okay. Sucks to be you then, I guess. I was expecting a kill there. No kill though. Okay. Anyway. So from here attacking is 4. Same here. From here it's 3, leaving me with 2. Guess I go for this target. Dog might be okay. But also I don't need it. Just hold. So... The spear ball seems to still be in effect. I guess that makes some sense. Yeah, I suppose so. So I can't actually reach this without testing it. Just do this. Alright. We can handle that, so... I might use hail for once. Alright. A swarm of insects seems to have been nerfed a bit. I guess I'm glad. I think this used to be 50%. We're really having trouble with these wines, so I'm not really looking forward to fighting more shamans. Did you just reapply that on Ludger? Why would you do that? Gerbold gets a level. Okay. Gerbold now level 14. More hit points. Okay, so we should be able to sell for a pretty good price here. Let's wait for morning time. Okay, there we go. One of the contracts expired. Anyways, take a look. So selling price is 20. Alright. Let's also take a look at the recruits. No cultists. Arena. Oh, you need at least 3 empty inventory slots. Okay, well, fine. Make some space. Let's take a look at the arena. Webnects. How many? 11. 11 webnects. How are we doing? I think I'll take that fight. So with Esvig, Gerbold, and probably Randolph, actually, despite what happened last time with Randolph. Ludger also a candidate, I guess. And Winrik. Yeah, sure, let's see how that goes. It might be rather bad, though. No one has Resilient. How many was it? 11? Well, I have berserking capabilities. Don't have anyone with spear walling. Oh. Well, I'll still take it. I mean, if we can't deal with spiders at this point, then that's pretty bad. The reward is pretty low, though. Anyways, probably Esvig, yeah. Gerbold at least. I think this weapon works excellently against spiders, so definitely Randolph. Esvig's nimbleness helps a bit. His rotation helps a bit. The sword helps a bit. I think that's probably better than Ludger. Ideally, we score some early kills very quickly here. Might not have time to use the Whirling Death, though. I wonder if I should set up away from the action, actually. Maybe I should. So let's set up like here. This armor should maybe be switched. 86. Maybe with this one. 15 stamina penalty. 18. Okay, fine. I'll switch with this. Well, then again, that's only a 4 durability change. Okay, I suppose the durability is important in this fight in comparison to the... It's more important than the loss of fatigue and the initiative, I guess. Yes, we could also have a better armor, but I don't seem to have one of these with an attachment. I guess I could use the hyena fur, though. Anyways, let's just do this. Did I equip the... Yes, I did. Okay, let's see how this goes. So the question is, will I use the Whirling Death at the beginning here? I do want to back off. Let's see. So I can back off 1 tile if I use Whirling Death. So they have 11 action points. Beef Web is 6. So they can move 2 tiles and use that. Which means I can just stay put if I'd like. I guess I will. Yeah. So just end here instead of moving back. Is that correct? I don't know, maybe moving back is still worthwhile. Yeah, I guess it is. Rolling death, move back. Maybe Esbek should have had a shield for this, but too late now. Alright. Getting those damn resolve checks from this is so bad though. You're Davkul cultists as well, so please stop. Please stop feeling so bad. Okay. Then ideally we get to next to 2 of them here. Do that. You attack twice and then rotate. Okay, running out of fatigue if I keep on using this, so let's not use it this time. Guess I try to break myself free. Otherwise I lose this stack. Well, then again, that doesn't really matter. So do that. I've waited with you, probably. Yeah, 3-headed flail is excellent against spooters. Alright, there we go. Put you back where you belong, and I will end the episode here. I'll do the selling on my own time. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.